Welcome back to the Crafty Notary. It is me, Ayana, your Crafty Notary, here with another video. My notes is over here. And so I hope everybody is having a great week. I hope that so far you are already on the journey to getting your notary commission. And if you already have it, congratulations. I'm so excited for you to build your notary business. And if you're on the path to being a loan signing agent, then kudos to you. We are all in this together, and we are building our notary business one brick at a time. So before we get started, I want to make sure that you like this video and subscribe. I'm looking to build my subscribers so that I can spread the message to the world that this thing that we do as notary publics in whatever state you're watching in, we can make a difference and an impact in the world too, or in our country too. So today's video is all about budgeting for your business. And I know that I think a lot of people forget about this topic. On the last video, we talked about business structures, and we talked briefly about someone that you want to have on your team. So this video, we will begin by discussing the 3 most important people that you want to have on your team, on speed dial, ready to go. You can call them whenever you need. So the first one is a CPA or an accountant. So if you're running a business, you need to keep your business finances separate from your personal finances. In some cases, you will be paying yourself or other people, maybe even down the line, a salary or wages. Even if they're not employees, they could be 1099 contractors. So you have to pay them wages. And there's certain documentation or certain forms that you are responsible for when we're dealing with wages and the IRS and things like that. So a CPA will be your best friend. You will need a CPA or an accountant. Okay, so that's the first person you want to seek out for sure. The second person for sure that you will need to seek out is an attorney. You will need an attorney. And some people may have those legal packages where you can call an attorney for a lot of things. You pay one price a month, and I think that's totally okay. Sometimes in there are attorneys that you can use to ask business questions or tax questions or something like that. So if you have a legal plan, like if you have a legal plan, like for example, I have a legal plan through my full-time employer. If you have access to that, that is perfect for you. But if you don't have that, then you want to have a business attorney available to you so that in case you get into any situations, or if you need more specific legal advice, if there's questions about liability and things like that, you have an attorney on hand to help you out and help you get through those situations. The third person that I would recommend you have on your team, and the third person I think is optional when you're first starting out, is a financial advisor or a financial planner. As we grow our business to 6-figure businesses, you know what they say, more money, more problems. That's not necessarily true in my belief. However, the more money you have, the better planning you need to have. So you need a financial planner, because the more money you make, the more money you may need to invest back into your company or, into your personal accounts, just so that, you are doing the right things with your money as far as investing and saving and things like that. So you will need a financial planner so that they can advise you on how to move your money or how to work with your money so that you keep more of your money. It's the worst thing ever to make all this money, make 6 figures, and not have anything to show for it. So I think once you get rolling, once you get a consistent income and you know you're on pace for that six-figure business, then you want to maybe look at a financial planner as well. So those are the three people. Two are mandatory, one is optional in the beginning. So let's dip into the budget. Now, why are you talking about budgeting, Crafty Notary? I never thought you'd ask. Well, if you go to Instagram and look up at budget_black, you will find me there, and I talk all about budgeting on a personal level. But budgeting does not stop or start with just your personal finances. It's also applicable to your business. And many businesses put out a budget on a yearly basis, and they follow that budget month through month. And then at the end of the year, they do a reconciliation or a year-end audit to see where they failed, to see how much revenue they brought in, how much were their expenses, how much did they pay out in salaries, and what was the profit that they receive. So that is why budgeting is important, because if you don't tell your money where to go, it will go away from you. So always remember that. The budget is a plan for your money, either in personal or your business life. A budget is a plan for your money. Budgeting does not equate to lack. Okay, let me say that again. Budgeting your money does not equate to lack. It does not mean that you have to go without something or you can't get something. It just simply means you plan for something. You plan with all of your money. You tell your money where to go. So, what categories would you need to budget for as it pertains to your business? So, take notes. Number one would be your annual filing fee with the state. Now, in the state of Florida, that fee is $125. Now, let me get my, I was gonna say I do have a calculator here because I'm gonna do some quick math, and I don't do math in my head. So let's see if I can get it open. There we go. $125. When you budget that per month, it is $10.42. So you are going to save from your money that you make monthly $10.42 so that you have the full $125 by the time it is time to file for your annual fee in January. Now, we're a little bit behind on the monthly payment, so you just make up what you make up that amount you need to pay, or you just save through January, and then when January comes, whatever the difference is, you go ahead and put in the amount of money that you need to put for that. So the second category that you want to be saving for in this business is toner. So toner is a kind of a huge expense because we have to use, or our best practice is to use, a laser printer. And when you're printing out loan signing documents that are 150 to 200 pages each, you will go through toner pretty quickly. And toner's not cheap. It ranges from anywhere between $70 to maybe $100. So let's say on the high end, it's $100. And let's say that we want a budget for 2 of them per year. That is $16.66 that you will be budgeting per month to save for toner. Now, when you're ready for toner, you will have that money already sitting there in your bank account, earmarked for your toner. Okay, another big one is paper. Now, paper is not as expensive as toner, but you also want to budget for paper. So what I personally would do is budget for 1 case of paper, letter size paper, and maybe 1 case or a half a case of legal size paper per month. So whatever your monthly, whatever your paper costs per case, whatever kind you use. And you can just look that up on Amazon. You want to budget for that amount per month, and you add that one up as well as a legal, and then you budget that amount per month. So let's just say it's $20 or so, right? So the next thing you want to budget for as a notary is you may want to budget for upgraded equipment. So you might want to budget for a new printer, or you might want to budget for a new computer. And for that, you don't have to do that by the year. You can say, well, maybe in 2 years, I want to buy a new printer, or I want to buy a new computer, a new laptop, or a tablet. So you can divide whatever that amount, let's say the printer is $700, you can divide that by 24 months. And that way you can start putting little chunks of money away for your printer, or in case anything breaks down. Let me grab my calculator because I dropped it on the floor. All right. Another thing that you could be budgeting for as well is gas and maintenance for your car. I do this on the personal side, but I've decided to budget for gas on the business side as well, just so that I make sure that I have enough funds for gas as it relates to my business. So I kind of know what I drive in a month on a personal level, and I'm sure going to these signings will increase the amount of gas that I use. So on the business side, I'm aiming to budget funds for gas on that side as well. And let's see, other categories you can also use a category for actual paying yourself. And maybe that should be first, is paying yourself. So work out what your hourly rate is. Work out what it is that you feel you should be paid per hour, per week, per month, or whatever have you, and put those funds in their own category. And that way you can just move them to your personal account, while working with your accountant on however your business is set up. Then you can do that as well. Another big ticket item that you want to save for, or budget for, not save, but budget for, is taxes. The IRS will come and want their money. Especially if you're working for signing services, they're going to report to the IRS. They're going to report you as a 1099. And so those funds will show up there. And so if you're not paying taxes quarterly, or at least quarterly, or at least annually, they will come for their money. So what you want to do is you want to budget for your taxes. And I would pick a safe percentage to use, maybe 25% or 30%. I would go the higher route. So that way, if you don't use it all, great. But it's better to have more than it is to not have enough and you owe thousands of dollars to the IRS. So you want to make sure that you're also budgeting for your taxes. So that's just a few of the categories. Now, what I also wanted to mention for you, if you go down in the description box below, there is a link to a budget software that I have been using on the personal side and the business side now for more than 2 or 3 years, and it is called YNAB. You need a budget. Now, this video is not sponsored by YNAB at all. I use YNAB on a personal level, and on my Instagram, Budget Black, on Instagram, I talk all about how to use YNAB and how it has helped me get out of debt and save more money, save more of my money. And I save my money to do investing and set up for retirement. So I am going to post the link to YNAB down below in the description box of this video. YNAB has a 34-day free trial for you to use. I think it's a no-brainer to set up for your business as well as your personal finances, and you can toggle between both of them. Once you set both of them up, I think it's fantastic. And maybe one day I'll show you my YNAB budget, my business budget for YNAB, and that way you can get a feel for it. And if you're interested in that, how about this? drop a comment down below if you're interested in seeing my YNAB budget or me create the YNAB budget, because I have a budget for a different business, but I don't have one for my notary business yet. So if you want to see me create that, then drop a comment below and I'll definitely do that for you. So click on the link, start the trial, and if you like it, then you get to pay for it. But I budget for that too, so it's like $7 or $8 a month that I budget for per year. I think it's like $80 or 70 something dollars per year, but like I said, I've been budgeting for that, and it's helped me tremendously in my personal life as well as my other businesses. So with that said, that is the end of today's video. Again, I invite you to comment below with any questions or ideas that you may have. Also, subscribe to my channel and be on the lookout for more content. I'll be back soon. Bye-bye.